Welcome to our demo on FOC algorithm implementation using model-based design approach. Field-oriented control is among the most widely used motor control algorithm in the automotive industry and especially in electric vehicles. It is quite a complex algorithm that involves various mathematical calculations like Clark and Park transform. Implementing it manually is quite exhaustive and time-consuming. Model-based design approach takes away some of this complexity by using mathematical blocks and various other elements from MATLAB tool. I have with me Manu Kumar, a senior software engineer from Embeddle Technologies, who will walk us through the various steps involved in implementation of FOC algorithm using MATLAB tool and its libraries. Over to you, Manu.
Thank you, Vaibhav, for the introduction. Before starting FOC control model development, we'll look into the design part. FOC, field-oriented control, is a vector control algorithm used for motor speed control. So it provides good control capability over the full torque and speed ranges. FOC design involves mathematical transformations of stator currents in stationary reference frame into the rotor flux reference frame, that is time and speed dependent A, B and C phase quantities are converted to time invariant D and Q axis. This is followed by closed loop PID control for speed and current loop. So then we are converting the two-phase reference outputs, that is D and Q axis reference outputs, into three-phase reference outputs like A, B, and C reference by doing inverse mathematical transformations respectively. So then we have to do PWM generation. We are doing PWM generation by space vector modulation method. So now we will see the data that are required for FOC control model development. So the first is the inputs. So we need reference input. Here we have speed as the reference input, which is from the user. Then we need motor speed as a feedback input. Then we have motor position angle. Then we have motor phase currents, phase A, phase B, and phase C. The outputs are PWM reference outputs for phase A, phase B, and phase C. Next is the configuration parameters. We have D-axis reference currents, proportional integral and derivative gain for speed loop, followed by D-axis current loop and Q-axis current loop. So next is the model development. So we are developing this model by using Embeddle developed custom library blocks for performing these mathematical transformations like Clark transform, Park transform, inverse Park, inverse Clark, and also the PWM generation SVM block. So the other blocks we need are input, output, and constant block. So these we can use from the normal Simulink library. So the model development, we are starting with the base template, which we have already. So we have atomic subsystem with required inputs, configuration parameters, and the required outputs. So now we'll start with the model development. The first step is the Clark transform and the Park transform. So the Clark transform is conversion of A, B, and C phase quantities into the alpha, beta, and zero. We are ignoring zero phase here. So this is the formula that Clark transform has. So we'll copy that block. Let's connect the required inputs for that. We need phase A, phase B, and phase C currents. So the next step is the Park transform. So this is the Park transform library block. This is the formula it has. We are converting alpha and beta quantities to the D and Q axis currents. So let's copy that block. So connect the output of Clark transform to Park transform alpha and beta inputs. Also, we need motor position angle as input to the park transform. So after doing park transform, we have D and Q axis outputs. Now we will build the closed loop PID controller. First, we'll see the PID reference block. So we have reference input and a feedback signal, which will give us the error signal applied with the proportional gain, integral gain, and derivative gain. So this is the reference output from the PID block. So derivative controller we can consider based on our need. Copy the PID block. So connect the reference input. So this is the motor speed reference input followed by the PID feedback signal. Now connect the proportional, integral, and derivative gains for the speed PID loop. This is proportional gain, this is integral, this is derivative. Now we have implemented PID for speed loop. We'll implement PID control for D axis. So the D axis PID reference input is the configuration parameter. Just connect that signal here. Now this output of park transform is the feedback signal. Connect corresponding proportional, integral, and derivative gain for the D-axis PID controller, integral gain and derivative gain. Now we need one more PID library block for implementing the Q-axis. So the reference signal is the output from the speed PID controller. Now the output from park transform is the actual Q-axis input. Connect the proportional, integral, and derivative gains Ki, Ki, and K. After implementing something, please save the model. Now we have D-axis and Q-axis reference outputs. Now we have to convert this D and Q axis like two-phase quantities into the three-phase quantities, followed by inverse Park transform and inverse Clark transform. This is the formula for inverse Park transform, which will convert D and Q axis to the alpha and beta quantities. Copy the inverse Park transform, paste it here. Connect the D-axis controller output and Q-axis controller output. So this also needs motor position angle as the input. Just connect this to the earlier input that we have. So all this implementation we can arrange according to our need and necessary. So we have implemented inverse Park transform. Now we'll implement inverse Clark transform, which will convert alpha and beta quantities to the A, B, and C phases. So copy that and paste it. Connect alpha and beta. Now we have three-phase reference outputs from this mathematical inverse transformation. Now we'll do the PWM generation. So this is the space vector modulation PWM library block, which is based on the sector. You can see, copy this block and paste it here. Connect the reference outputs to this PWM library block. Phase A reference output, phase B reference output, and phase C reference output. Next, connect them to the outputs, PWM reference phase A, phase B, and phase C. So according to our design that we have considered, we need to convert them add data type conversion blocks for the outputs. Then so now we have implementation of FOC control algorithm. So this very basic FOC control algorithm, later we can build on this base model implementation as per the need. So then we are ready with the FOC model that is implemented. Now we'll prepare the model for code generation part, save the model, and so this is the important thing we have to do called signal resolving. So this can be done by right clicking on the signal line and just select the properties, paste this signal name and check this signal name must resolve to Simulink signal object. Do this for all the inputs and outputs we have. Right click, properties, paste this, check. You should be very careful with the signal names. Should resolve them to the appropriate signal names that we want. Speed reference. Feedback. And for inputs, now we'll do for the outputs. Right click on the output line, paste the signal name, check the Simulink signal resolve. Phase B. And for phase C. Please save and just do a self review, like you have connected the appropriate inputs and appropriate outputs. So now save this, and the next part is looking for the errors in the implementation. This can be done by pressing the Control D. When you press Control D, the model will build itself, and if any errors are there, it will pop up the errors and resolve those errors. Next is doing the settings required for code generation part. Go to the modeling, click on model settings. So first do the solver settings, select the fixed step solver and auto, leave the fixed step size as auto. Go to code generation pane, select ert.tlc as the system target file and C as the programming language to generate the code. We are using embedded coder for code generation. Then click on OK. Now we are ready for code generation. So let's do the code generation. Go to C, select generate code, press on that. Once you select, so the model will start building the code. You can see it is in progress. You can see what is happening here one by one. So it is initializing and building the model for code generation. Wait for a few seconds. So post successful code generation, an automated code generation report will be generated, which is this. So you can just see the files that it has generated, .c file, .h file, and model private.h file and type header file. So just click on this OK and save this. And just verify, go to the browser and see mbdfocert.rc. So these are the files that it generated. That's all about FOC model implementation in Simulink. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this demo. Hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more such demos and webinars. Thank you.